Hey everybody, I thought I'd show you a little look at FTL, faster than light. Anyway, I'll start it fresh and I'll try and show you it's a great little game. Seems a little bit daunting at first, but it's not that taxing once you get your head around it. Right, so here we got the ship, we've got the Kestrel. And I'll explain all these other bits and pieces as I go through it. You've got 3-man crew, put it on easy because this game is taxing sometimes. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. Blah de blah de blah 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 blah. Okay, let's continue. So, as I say, up the top here, hidden by the frames per second, is the hull. Once that gets depleted, your ship will blow up. Up here shows you your fuel, so every jump you do will use 1 block of fuel, so if you run out of fuel it's game over, you'll just drift in space. That's how many missiles I've got and how many bits of drone parts to build bits and bobs. And this is scrap, which is basically is what you'll use to buy and hire people, buy equipment and hire people. So here you've got your 3 crew members, and they're all humans. If I click to ship, see the crew. So there we go, all human. You've got different people, obviously. Some of the alien life forms will be immune if you like running out of oxygen, they'll be okay, or some will be immune to fire. So they're good to get a good variety of people. First thing I would do is I will click on one of the crew members and send them to the weapons bay. This will mean, if I click on the weapons, see if you man it, it will reduce the charge time, so you'll be able to fire at enemies quicker. So I'll choose someone else and I'll get them over to the shields, because manning the shields means that it will recharge quicker and you'll be protected obviously better. And you obviously need 1 person to drive the ship, so that's the engine component. This is the cameras. If that goes out, you won't actually be able to see any rooms in your ship, they'll go dark. Which could be a right pain. Here is the door release system. I can open and close doors as and when. So if I open these doors, you see it's gone pink. That's because all the oxygen is running out of that room. So you would do that if you had a fire. So you would trail it through. So say if I had a fire here, I'd open these doors all the way round up into there. The only problem is with that is if you have a human in there, they'll obviously run out of oxygen and die. So you can see the oxygen level up here is now increasing. If this room here gets damaged, then the oxygen won't increase, and that should be your main priority to get this done. This is the engine room, so if that gets destroyed, you won't be able to jump to any destination. And obviously the weapons, and here we've got a med room, so if you was low on energy, you would just creep him over to the medical room, or her, let her reheal, and then put him back to work wherever. Anyway, let's get this show on the road, and I'll show you a little bit of what is going on, what will happen in this game. So we'll jump, and then on the map you get a choice of, like, it's a ladder kind of system, so you can jump to one area basically. So let's just jump up to here, 1 area at a time. You see it used 1 bit of fuel, and here we go. We are immediately held by a ship. So he's asking if I want to trade missiles for drone parts, so we'll don't bother with that. Let's jump to another place. So we jump up to here, and what do we find here? So there's a distress beacon coming, so I'm going to help the civilian ship, which inevitably means I'm going to get into a fight with this little bad boy here. So what you want to do is target this ship with your lasers and missiles. So up here, look, I've got 8 missiles, and target 1 area until that ship destroys, but obviously they're going to be trying to do the same to me. So let's go, double click, and we'll go for the engines. Double click on that and we'll go for the engines there. You can see that I've got 1 and 2 are highlighted there. So they've just attacked me there. Now you can see I've got a fire going on in the engine room. So we just open these up, and you see it's destroying my my engine room as well. So, but we've got to, at the same time, get on with doing that, because as you can see, he's actually healed. Right, so that's him out of the way, quite nice and easy. It's only the first little battle anyway. So here you see we've got 2 fuel from that, 1 missile and 22 scrap. And we can also afterwards give you an option of what you can do. So we'll contact the civilian ship that we've helped. Ah, good. This is also a good thing, getting a crew member. So we'll welcome them on board, and then I can have a look and see that we've now got a Zoltan. So they'll provide power to a room basically, which is really handy. So we'll get them over to the engine room. We'll shut this door up and this door, let the oxygen get back in there. He'll probably start dying actually if there's no oxygen in there. What we'll do is I'll quickly send the other 2 crew members in there to repair the engines, so they can work away. You can see it's gone from red to orange, and then it should be repaired. Now it's repaired, I'll send her back over to the weapons so we can fire faster, and we'll send him back over to the shields so we're a bit more protected. You can see now I've got 52 scrap, so if I click on ship, I can go to upgrades, and these increase as you go on, so you'll have to spend more and more scrap to actually upgrade these bits and bobs. This reactor core will actually fill up your bar down this left hand side here, which in turn will give you more options to fill up these little components. As you can see, like the O2, some air, I'm going to work on a little bit there, so 25, spend it on there, and then accept, and you'll see that the O2 will go up by another notch in a minute. So we'll go accept, so there, and I've got 1 spare left there, so I'll add that to the oxygen. Also on there you've got the equipment, so you can actually retrieve different weapons which will go in these boxes here, and then cargo, which will be drones, so you can send out a spaceship to attack another ship, and then augmentations, which will actually repair your ship or retrieve salvage for you and just aid you along the way. So let's come out of here anyway, let's jump. And there we go. Like I say, it does seem daunting at first, but once you get your head around it, it's really really addictive little game. So let's intervene. As you can see, double click. So they've got a drone, you can see, that's going to be attacking my ship. So I just got, as you're doing this business and working out where you're hitting that person, you've obviously got to keep the other eye on what's going on there. You can see now he's attacked my weapon, so I can't actually shoot my lasers. So we'll get him to both repair that. So all that's happened there is he's repairing himself. So I really need to get this underway to get him destroyed. So they've destroyed my medical room, so we get up there and repair that. Cool. So there you go, there's the goodies I've just got from that. I've finished healing in there. We'll send those guys back into their rooms and jump. So the object of the game is to go through all the ladder to get to the exit point, which would then warp to another world. But I'll try and get you to that bit so you can see what we're doing. But there'll be like little missions you can aid people with, like here, aid the civilian ship, but this is just by destroying this ship. Some will be aid them to a designated area. So we've got a fire there, so we'll open that door, open that door. Destroyed. Right, fire's out, shut the doors up. Obviously if you let a fire take over, that will start, or missiles will destroy the room. It does get quite tricky because you'll get a hole in the room, then you'll have to send your crew members in there, and if you have only humans or people who depend on air, they'll obviously start to die as they enter the room to fix it. So it's kind of about managing your crew. Anyway, I'll stop waffling and try and actually get to the end of this zone so you can see what goes on. Right. I don't take bribes. I was trying to work on one area. I find it's easier. Down this quite hard actually. They seem to be preparing it quite nicely. Yes. So what they're doing? Fuel for missile success, so that I will accept a bribe. Thank you. Right. Let's jump. So there's a store here as well. So if we jump to the store, you can then spend some of this scrap here as well. So you can. This is quite important because this is the only one of the only places you can actually fix your hull. As you can see, I've like lost a little bit of my hull there. So I'll fix it all. But it can be tricky because you're dependent on finding a store, or you need a one of these augmentations. It's not on that one, but it's like a repair arm. You can also buy crew members here. So all just different bits and bobs. I'll let you guys see it when you play it. I'm going to get to this place. Someone's in distress there though. Let's go and see what they're up to. So we give these guys fuel because they're stuck. And they're giving me breach missiles. So now if I see here in the equipment, we've got a new weapon here. But this will take more power to actually fire it, and it will take longer to charge it up. You can see we need to get some more slots to actually up that. Let's get out of here. We're going to have to go back to the store. It's the only route we can really go to. And as you can see, that gap on the map, I'll show you in a minute, is they're really closing in. These are the guys that are after you, and you can see they're really closing me down here. When they get right up to you and you're like fighting in their territory, then that's when harder battles will actually commence, and they're quite relentless, and your hull will start taking a pounding from it. Let's work our way. Cool, not much going on, so we can now actually get to the exit, thankfully. Okay, let's go. You can hire these guys to put the rebels off your back, but we're at the exit here now, so I don't really want to waste anything here. We'll jump to the next sector. And as you see, you get the option now of taking whatever route you want to take. And I believe, like, the furthest I've ever got up to is like round about this area. It does get bloody tricky as it goes on, but it's not hard if you know what I mean. It's like just that you know that you can get a little bit further the next go you get. But let's go to the Uncharted Nebula, and I'll leave it with that. This basically, before I go, to show you another bit, is as you can see all these areas are dark. That's because this nebula has like mucked about with my my camera system. But this is also what would happen, what you'd see if your camera system got damaged in battle. So it does make it a lot trickier. So obviously if there's a fire over here, you wouldn't know about it. You can hear it, but it's a case of you having to search about where it is. But anyway, that's a real quick look at Faster Than Light. Really recommend getting it. It's a naturally addictive game. Like I say, when I first saw it, I thought oh, it's a bit of a gimmicky, but it's just so addictive, and you guys should definitely try it. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Please. Bye bye.